That would be the leaves. Okay, get up here then. Come on, what's up? Come on, come on. There she is. The season is not over, people. I repeat, the season is not over. At the time of this filming, it is October 19th. Average temperatures are starting to get a little bit lower, and already I am seeing people saying, oh, it's getting cold. Time to put the motorcycle away. No. Hey guys, welcome to the channel. My name is Melissa. Today we are going to go over several tricks, tips, etc. on how to extend the season for as long as possible on your motorcycle to enjoy it well into the fall and or early spring months. Because who wants to put up their motorcycle when it's 70 degrees outside? Not me. So let's get right into it. So for those of you who don't know, I reside in Minnesota in the US, and here in Minnesota, we are typically known for not having very nice winters. So winter is coming. I'm gonna share with you what I have done that has worked for me so far without any special like heated grips or bike mods or specific winter, fall riding gear. Your girl's lived in Minnesota her whole life. She's got some tricks up her sleeve, okay? I personally really hate it when people give advice that they really don't know anything about, or those like life hacks that you see online that really don't do anything because no one has actually ever tried them. These are things that I have actually done that have worked for me. As always, I have to ask you to like this video and leave a comment for any tips and tricks that you have that I do not mention here. And as always, I would love for you also to become a joyrider, so click that subscribe button and join the club. The first tip that I have for you guys is just to make sure that you watch those overnight average temperatures when they start hitting below 32 degrees Fahrenheit or 0 degrees Celsius for everywhere else in the world except America. Why are we like that? Because we're the best! USA, 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 that's too much. Relax. Anyway, frost. You just have to be really careful because frost can be very slippery. A cold road plus cold tires can equal disaster if you're not careful. So just be mindful. If it's possible, I would suggest waiting to ride until a couple of hours after the sun has come up for that frost to dissipate. But if that is not possible, maybe just take the car just in case. Again, you can technically ride on a frosty road, but it can be very dangerous, so just proceed with caution. Your biggest enemy is going to be the wind. Wind chill is a really big thing here in Minnesota. A lot of times on your local weather app, you're gonna see the actual temperature versus the feels like temperature with the wind. So if it is 35 degrees Fahrenheit, but the wind is like 20, 25 miles an hour, it might actually feel like, I don't know, 15, 20, what have you. So take that wind chill alone plus wind chill added as you're riding down the highway, you get really cold really fast. So wind is the biggest enemy. Another thing you can do is simply take advantage of physics. If you lean over the tank or crouch over your handlebars in any way, shape, or form, aerodynamically, you're going to retain a little bit more heat because less air is hitting your torso. So of course, you can spend an arm and a leg and buy special winter, fall motorcycle gear. I don't happen to have an extra $600+ to do that. So I have raided my own closet for this season because believe it or not, you can ride motorcycles and have a lot of fun doing it and not buy thousands of dollars worth of gear. Over time, it is the plan to expand the riding gear closet, but this year just isn't the year. So I'm making do with what I have. So what you need are meaningful layers. What I mean by that is you don't want to just layer on things because you're not going to be able to move properly, and then you're going to feel weird on here, and that's not good, mixed with icy roads, all of the above. The key is to keep your hands, feet, and torso warm. I don't have any recommendations on like base layer stuff, but most stores have it, whether it is like a thermal base layer, or like a more sporty, dry tech, moisture wicking base layer, whatever you want. I just wear a tank top, leggings, and knee-high socks for my base layer. Now, sure, it's gonna depend on whether you have a balaclava or not. TBH, I call those baklavas ironically. Does anyone else? I just think it's funny. We want to try and minimize skin exposure, so we want to cover as much skin as possible. So if you have one, you can wear one, and obviously that covers your head and neck, but otherwise get yourself some type of mock neck, turtleneck, or something that's going to cover here. Technically, you could wear a scarf of some sort, but a lot of scarves are going to just be added extra bulk. You still need to be able to turn your head freely when you ride, so I would not recommend riding in any type of scarf, unless it's like a really thin bandana or something like that, but like an actual winter scarf, do not do that. I do not have any motorcycle riding pants, so I have been riding in jeans this whole season. I have survived thus far. I know that in the event of a crash or slide, those things are gonna come ripping off. But alas, that hasn't happened yet. Knock on some type of wood. So I just wear jeans. Guys, you're probably gonna be fine with just a normal pair of jeans, but for girls, a lot of times girls' jeans are just tighter than men's jeans are in general. So girls, get out your comfy pair of jeans that I know that you have that are a size or two too big, and put those on top of your leggings. If you do have actual riding pants and you want an extra layer, they do sell really thin base layer leggings that you can try putting on underneath your riding pants. However, if that's just not gonna work, you have a really tight riding pant, you can get a fleece lined legging to put on top of your riding pants. Again, you're still gonna keep that protection on yourself, but you're gonna add in another layer. If you have a pair of snow pants or coveralls, that would work as well. And for the two girls that will probably watch this, don't worry about extra bulk on your legs, okay? Would you rather look cute or would you rather be warm? I personally would rather be warm. So forget looking a little extra chunky or bulky. It's fine. No one cares except you. Trust me. All right, next we're gonna grab your actual riding jacket. This layer obviously is the most important because this has the armor in case we go down. My jacket does have a windbreaker liner. It is a summer jacket, so if you have anything like that, make sure that your windbreaker liner is in your jacket. Next layer that we have is going to be a hoodie or sweater of some sort. Depending on how cold or hot it really is, you can get away with something a little bit thinner for just an extra little layer or something thicker. I would highly recommend it be a size or two too large. It would be able to actually fit it over your riding jacket and everything else that we have on. This hoodie I specifically bought to ride in. It's super comfortable. It's a size too big for me just to wear regularly with a t-shirt underneath, but it is the perfect size for riding over my jacket. Next thing that I have, which I feel is like my secret weapon, are vests. So I have a Columbia fleece vest, and this thing keeps my torso super warm. If I need any extra neck coverage, it does go up all the way to my neck and to my chin if I need that, but it's just an extra layer that's not gonna mess with my arm maneuverability or get in the way of that, but still gonna have warmth to my torso. Now the last layer we need to be windproof and waterproof to help insulate and encapsulate everything that we just put on. So I have a Columbia jacket. This thing has been my tried and true for years. It really cuts the wind, just walking around in the winter, and it does the same thing on the motorcycle as well. All right, so our body is taken care of. Let's move on to our hands and feet. So hopefully you have some type of riding shoe that has extra protection and you're not riding in just simply tennis shoes. But regardless of what you have, my weird Minnesota Midwestern trick for you is just to take a couple of plastic bags, hang with me, and put them around your feet, wrap them around your ankle, and then put your shoe on top. What this does is it acts like a windbreaker of sorts, and it's going to also help insulate just a little bit as well. So as weird as this looks, if you're as desperate as me and love riding as much as I do, you're not gonna care. Totally works, 100%, tried and true, at least up to 30 degrees wind chill. Haven't tried anything more. So depending on how cold or windproof / waterproof your riding shoes that you have are, you might want to get some Hot hands for your shoes. They just give an extra little bit of added warmth depending on how long you're gonna be out on the road. All right, next trick that I have for you guys is gloves. Depending on the size of glove that you have, if you have those cheap little like thin liner gloves to put inside, you can try that. However, my gloves fit like a glove and fit me very, very nicely. So I don't have any extra room to put a layer inside of them. However, we can put something on top. So kind of similar to the bag that we put in our shoe, if you have a nitrile glove laying around, I would recommend getting them in black, not the Dr. Blue, unless you really want to stick out, that's up to you. Hey, I can make a rhyme anytime, baby, hey. Anyway, I have these black ones and they just fit right over my gloves. I would recommend getting a size up than what you normally wear in nitrile gloves. If you don't know what you wear in nitrile gloves, get 2 sizes up because they fit very, very tight against your skin typically. I do wear a small nitrile glove. I have small hands, so I have to get a large nitrile glove to go over my riding gloves. And because of the material that nitrile gloves are made out of, you're not losing a whole lot of grip, they're not slippery, so no safety concerns there. And again, this is gonna act like a windbreaker and insulator as well to keep your hands as warm as possible. Another thing that you can do with your hands is get some hot hands and put them in your glove on your palms. Super nice. Again, heated grips help with this, but I don't have heated grips. I'm not gonna mess around with that, and it's just another expense when this works just fine. Maybe someday, but not for right now. Oh, hi. Okay. If you have any other exposed skin, just make sure that you cover it as much as possible. Again, that's why we want to have either a turtleneck or a balaclava. I'm gonna call it balaclava. I don't care. And that's about it. So don't say that the season is over. It's not. Don't be a baby. Gear up. You have more power than you think you do. Get out there and keep riding, my friend. If you happen to live in an area where you don't have to worry about this, I salute you. And just know that I live in envy of you every day. Why do I live here? That's it. That's all I have. If you guys have not met this is Cinder. She is the shop cat. She showed up at the property one day and hasn't left. I just can't get over it. There's no way that she was a stray because she's way too friendly to be a stray. I don't know if someone dumped her off here or what happened, but either way, happy to have her. I just got this stool and it's the best. It has wheels. Oh God.